pick everybody up and leave.
Right. So, yeah. And so anyway, we had 8 helicopters. We
Okay.
needed 6 to do the mission. So we had 2 more helicopters than we needed to do the mission.
Okay.
So we trained in Yuma, and then we were allowed to go home for Christmas. They let us go back. So we went back to the farm. They let us go home for Christmas.
Wow.
My wife and my 2 daughters had already traveled to Michigan to be with her family in Michigan.
Oh.
So, but they called my wife up and told her that we would be allowed to be back for Christmas, but they weren't not going to let anybody go back if no family was there. So my wife then had to drive from Michigan back down to North Carolina. I was kind of mad about that. I wanted her to stay in Michigan. I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she was up in Michigan, so she had to drive back. That wasn't a true thing. She was told, somebody in our admin section told her that.
Somebody in the admin section jacked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what that ended up causing is stress on your marriage and stress on her having to leave the kids and drive across this country to get back.
She brought the kids back. You know, and you're talking about winter from Michigan, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, but,
That's
and then we
frustrating.
had to go back into isolation again. So.
And she couldn't know where you were going.
No, she didn't know anything about what we were doing.
You couldn't talk to her about it.
No. So, you know, her contact was a representative from the unit. And if I had to get a message to her, I had to go through that representative from the unit.
And so that was like the one point of contact between
Right.
the two. And it was done. Was that done through phone or letter or?
It was all verbal.
It's all verbal. So over phone usually probably.
You know. So let's see. So anyway,
So you went home for Christmas,
yeah, and then we went back into isolation and training,
back on the farm.
and then we went to when we got approval from Jimmy Carter to do the mission.
Yeah.
See, they were trying to negotiate, and they were changing characters over there. They would talk to somebody, you know, the Department of State people would talk to somebody and trying to work out a deal to release. So there was initially 66 hostages. They released 13 of them. So that was down to 53. So when we executed the mission on the night of 24-25 April 1980, there were 53 Americans being held there, including the Marine security guards.
Yeah.
3 people were held in the ministry, which one? The MFA building.